Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to my Vault Hunters playthrough. As you can see, we've got the artifact tome in the background, and it lays out the location where each of the artifacts are supposed to go. So I'm going to test this out with y'all because I got two artifacts to open, and we'll take a look at them here, and we'll go over a couple of other things, including my biggest problem with Vault Hunters, and has pretty much always been one of my biggest problems with Vault Hunters. And yeah, that will come later. We'll leave that as a little bit of a cliffhanger here. So in my inventory, I had a trinket from the quest line to open, but I used this guy to identify a bunch of gear that I had, and it identified my trinket for me on me. So kind of unfortunate, but at least I can talk about it for a quick second here. So the clover can go into our trinket slot, the red one, which is red trinket, goes there. So increases our lucky hit chance by 25% of our total lucky hit. I have 0 lucky hit chance. So this trinket is essentially completely useless until I get some lucky hit, and ideally a fair amount of it, because it's going to increase it by a percentage, right? So I'm just going to put this away here for now and not bother looking at it for now. So pretty unlucky on my trinket roll, but that's how the cookie crumbles, I guess. But here we can go ahead and roll out these artifacts. So we got that one, and we got that one. At least we didn't get the same one twice. And do we click that on there? Do we throw it in there? No. So I think the way this works, see, I got this one with the different jewels, and I got the one with the zombie and the creeper. Let's see, can we see where those ones are here? Zombie and the creeper's up there, and the 5 jewels are just over there. Okay. So I think you put this down and then have a wall behind it, and then mount these on the wall. I put this here. Zombie and the creeper should be that one, right? Yeah, so that is how it works, and it just tells you whether you've got it in the right spot or not. So we'll have to build an area for this with a little bit of a wall behind it, and that will tell us if we've got our artifacts in the correct spot or not. The next thing to talk about is all of these faceted focuses that we get. Especially when you're breaking down items that you don't want. You might have some that you want to save for a little bit later, but some of them you have that you might not want to use at all. So I'll go over a couple of those. Like this one with dweller damage. Like I don't ever want a specific type of creature damage. But what we can do is it'll act like one of these weld focuses. It'll just, one of the mods will automatically be the dweller damage. So we can use it at least and kind of re-roll and see if we get something good on it. This ended up being dweller damage and dungeon damage. And if you hold shift, you can see the breakdown. And if you hold alt at the same time, you can see, oh, the tier levels. So the durability is a tier 1, the attack speed is a tier 1, the attack damage is a tier 4, which is why I'm actually spending some currency rolling on this, because it's got a decent attack damage roll. And then the prefixes tier 1 and tier 1. So let's try that differently with these rare vault leggings. This has got +1 to level of scatter javelin. So if I had javelin and it was spec'd over to the scatter javelin spec, then I would get +1 in the skill itself. Now I'm not sure if that will let us go above the cap. Like, see, this heal has level 6 of 8, so if that was +1 to level of heal, would it let me go to level 9 of 8? I'm not sure on that just yet, if that's an option or not. But I definitely don't need level of scatter javelin, so let's see if we can't get something lucky on there. And I'm going to use this cooldown one because this is sort of like an ability power based leggings, so I kind of want to have cooldown as one of the mods on it anyways. So ended up getting a little bit of health, the cooldown reduction as we talked about before, item rarity, and a little bit of tier 2 knockback resist on one of the very low end of the roll. Between 11 to 14 I got 11. So maybe we'll use the soul chance on this guy. So yeah, ended up with a bunch of tier 1 rolls again on that. Got some % attack speed on it, which is okay, but not quite as good as this one that I've got, which has got 11.5 attack damage as a base, which is just high end of tier 2, and a +10, which is a mid roll on the attack damage itself. Even though this is a gray sword, it's got just a ton of attack damage, which is why I'm using it here at this point. Just pretty helpful overall. I'll keep those leggings and might re-roll them a little bit later, but I think that sword I am gonna pitch for now. Oh, and I just wanted to show it, I did get a Omega. So the green ones are Omega. They come with 6 different affixes on this Leprechaun one, so I'll probably spend a little bit of time rolling on this guy, but I'm not going to just now because I wanted to go over my big pet peeve video with you all. And also I'm going to do my little transition here as well. So I've got my regret orbs there, and I want to get 8 points out of my skills so that I can take 4 levels in the toxic reaction, and then we'll spec our maxed out Nova over to the poison one. So if I select the specialization, this is now Poison Nova, and I need to find 8 points to take out of some of the things. I'm going to take 2 out of the Vein Miner, and we'll take 5 out of the heal, and then I'm going to eat some burgers to get myself up to level 27. I don't know how many of these deluxe cheeseburgers it's going to take, so I think 2 more. There we go. And then we're going to get 2 and 6, right? So in here, we'll go to our heal. We'll leave that at level 1. Leave our Vein Miner. Oh. I guess I could have left my heal at level 2, but that's fine. One way or the other. Now that we've got the 8 points, we'll go over to this toxic reaction. And we're at level 4 of 4, so we'll have a 90% chance when a mob dies that's poisoned that it will release another poison nova. And this really cascades quite quickly out of control. It's really effective, especially at this stage in the game here where we're still pretty early, like under level 30. So I'm happy about that, and I've also got some high ability power gear on too, so that's pushing the damage up on my thing. And then I also got a legendary roll on my wand, so that's legendary is the top tier, 12% increased area of effect. It's a low roll on it, but on the range of the increased area, but that's fine. I'm not sad about that at all right now. The other thing that I could do is take this poison cloud weapon, but I don't think I really need that right now, but well, we'll keep it in mind. I guess the other thing I want to do is top off my building blocks. So I've got that. There's one of the rooms that's pretty, like, not too dangerous if you just run through it and you don't go off to the sides, but inside these boxes inside there you'll find all of these compressed blocks. These are going to come in handy when you kind of need to start turning in tons of different resources. So when your vault crystals start asking for like 600 stone, you're gonna want to have a few of these compressed blocks lying around. So this is, you know, I think each 2 times diorite is 81, 9 times 9. Right? So this is 81 diorite just there in one block. Now that I have 6 of it, I've got tons and tons of diorite, right? I don't have to go looking around the world for it. So that's if you have the thoughtfulness to go into that room, you've got the time. Those rooms can be worth it just for grabbing those things itself. And as well, I found the ancient debris in that room too. So that's one thing to go for there. What was the last thing I was thinking before we get going here? Ah, yes. My pet peeve. Scavenger hunts. I absolutely loathe scavenger hunts. I've had 2 of them already. Wasn't even close to completing either of them. But we'll force one here, just so we can go in and check it out. Anything good for sale in here? Catalysts. We'll get into catalysts a little bit later, but basically you can add modifiers to your vault crystals, much in the same way as I just made this one the scavenger vault. You just put this into an anvil and forge it in there. We're up to 4,000 shards, but I'm saving it to see something nice and rare in the black market there. And we might as well grab a bounty while we're going in. Actually, this one I wanted to test to see if I can cheese it. I don't think this works, but we may as well do it on camera because I've got a living chest scroll. All right, let's, oh yes, and I guess I wanted to talk about my new pick. So I went ahead and got the level 25. I got my 3rd point in this expertise jeweler. So I get to cut a jewel 3 different times. So I was able to put on like 12, 11 joules, I think. Maybe 12, I forget. Onto this guy here. Ended up with picking and, well, picking it comes with it because it's a pick, but axing and shoveling as well. So this will break all of the basic block types. Living, ornate, wooden, and gilded affinity. A little bit of item quantity, good bit of extra durability, and had some extra reach on there as well, which it's not super good, but it was just a nice little bonus. So that's quite a nice little pick for the mid game here. So we'll jump in here. Let the vault generate. And talk about the reason why I really hate these scavenger hunts. So if you don't know about the scavenger hunts, you've got a variety of items across the top of the screen that we have to find and submit at a scavenger hunt table inside the vault. There's different rarities for the different items, and it will also give you a hint on where you can find these items. So this zombie brain, being purple in color, means it's the second highest tier, whatever you call it. Like, I forget what the tiers are called, but so it's pretty rare to find it, and we're going to find that inside living chests. The next one there is the wizard wand. That's the green tier, which is the second of the 4 tiers, I think. I think there's a gray one, green, purple, and then yellow. And we'll find the wizard wands in ornate chests, and then old books, which is the rare tier, I guess, the yellow. Actually, I think purple is more rare than yellow. Green, yellow, purple, I think is the order. But we'll find those in wooden chests. Shouldn't have too much trouble finding the old books because we're going to find a lot of wooden chests, but you really get, I always get the short end of the stick when I'm looking for one of the rarer ones like these zombie brains. I'll probably never see a zombie brain, and I'll see like maybe 1 or 2 points of interest that actually have I just got to scratch my head because I came across one of the rarest and best rooms in the whole game, and it happens to be in the first room. So I'm probably not even going to try and finish this scavenger vault because I know I'm not going to finish it, but we'll take a quick look. Yeah, I'll probably only find, 2 or 3 different points of interest with living chests in it, and basically have 0 chance at actually completing this one because I've got to find one of the rarer things in the living chests. There's the scavenger table. Oh yeah, let's show off our ability here. Boom, boom. Easy. Oh, I should turn my magnet on. Oh, and I do have my my second pouch set up to pick up all of the scavenger items so far that I have found in other runs. And those should all just cascade into nothingness because there's a great big poison cloud there. Even the poison cloud wasn't made by me. It counts as killing poisoned enemies. Breaking the wooden chests aren't worth it unless you can get at least 2. Well, 3 is usually my. If there's not at least 3 wooden chests there, I don't bother. But 2 is all right. A whole bunch of extra, you probably didn't see it because it's really hard to see, but a bunch of extra poison clouds went off there. And they can stack up, so if you get 2 or 3 poisons on one of the guys, they die really, really quickly. And then possibly cause another explosion. Alright, so let's just go back in here. So I'm looking for the old books. I didn't even find one old book yet in the wooden chest that I found in this room already. I'm not, oh, I forgot to check. Which way are we going? We need to go north. Yes. But anyways, back to this room. This is the mine room. This has tons of ores all over the place and in the walls and such. The one thing I don't have yet is a pick to be able to go through the ore room, because there's so many blocks in here, it will just chew right through this Paxel pretty quickly. But I'm willing to make the sacrifice. But I think what the general rule for getting everything in this room without killing your good Paxels that you've invested a bunch of stuff in is to bring some multiple like netherite pickaxes in. And maybe even have a void filter set up for all of these blocks, which I guess I can do. Turn on the void filter. And if I do this, this, oh, that's not necessary. Andesite. Those are just coming back into my inventory. Maybe we'll do this. Aha! We figured it out on camera on the fly. Made our way to a hallway. go back here. We'll throw one of these. Oh, well, look at that. See why? Oh, because I don't have stone in the filter. Put you in the filter. Oh, because I don't have a full stack yet. And you can see I'm already down a solid 10% on this pickaxe, and I haven't even really gone through much of this room yet, so I'm not going to do this room this way. I'll do it kind of the boring way and just grab the what we can find. But yeah, I'm not going to make you watch the rest of this one, but if I had more durability, well, not more durability, I guess yes, more durability, because the reason why I have to stop is that I'll run out of this pickaxe before I get halfway through this room. Try and clear out everything that I can from this level, and then we'll work our way. I think there's 4 levels in this room to worry about. So should be able to get a good amount of ores, just not tons and tons like what I should be getting. Alright, I'm going to throw this on a pause, and I'll bring you back when we get down to the other side. Alright, we've finally gotten through all of that. Did quite a bit of looking. Actually, we got, because these guys come out of the ores, I can add these to the memory settings so that they always go in here moving forward. We ended up with not too bad of a haul. 70 beniotite, so that's really huge because that's usually something I'm lacking in. I didn't get any Larimar, which was I was extremely when I was looking at this a second ago. I'm like, I did not get any beniot or Larimar. That's incredible. Sympainite, Woodadite, 3 black opals, not too bad, and then a few of the pog gems: Escalium, Bombingite, Ashium, Xenium, Opaline, Tibium, and Pizzanite. So pretty much got at least 1 full pog out of there, depending on how the rules go, obviously. And yeah, tons and tons of stone, andesite, cobblestone, which we voided all off, of course, and went through half of my pick. So I do not mind spending a half of a repair core just doing that, and ended up with 11,000 on the experience just for all of that mining. Now obviously those rooms probably aren't worth doing, like digging through the walls and such, unless you've got the modifiers for the mining active. I was thinking about that as I was going through there, and like, yeah, it probably makes sense to only go through there when you really want to, or when you've really got, like, say, extra ores appearing, or 5 times ores, something like that, like to really make it worth going through a room, and you've got the setup for it, right? Like a bunch of netherite pickaxes to throw away to do that kind of activity. But yeah, 71 Beniotite is worth 2k experience. 24 Woodadite, 1500. So all in all, that was much more enjoyable for me than trying to finish off the scavenger vault, because like I said, I absolutely loathe scavenger vaults, and I really wish that they would fix the randomness of them. Like, I guess it's okay just to go in and do them, like, but you know, every time I choose one path where I'm gonna loot as much as I can and just not care about the scavenge thing, and I'll end up like really close. And then another time I'll choose like, okay, I'm gonna focus on trying to finish this scavenger vault, so I ignore all the points of interest that don't have the, you know, the kinds of chests that I'm looking to mine, and I end up skipping over tons and tons and tons of loot, and end up not finishing the scavenger quest anyways, because I just don't find the points of interest or the special rooms that I need to get the items. Or sometimes I do find the chests and I just don't roll the exact items that you need. So super frustrating for me on that activity, and I really hate it every time I go into one and it ends up being a scavenger vault, because I know there's pretty close to zero chance that I'm going to be able to finish it at the end of the day. Looks like I'm going to have to mine up some vault stone here quickly or soon to be able to do my next, to make some more vault rocks, but that is not a problem because I've got the tower. This is it's currently a 3x4, and it goes all the way up to the build limit, which I think is Y313. 312 maybe is the last block that I could place there. So there is so much vault stone there. I won't have a problem. Don't have any problems with vault stone anymore because of the 4 points of interest in the vault. I guess the other things, I've got a couple more animals, and I've got my farms almost all sorted out. I just got to finish off. I'll make this one all pumpkins and melons. I'll make this one beetroot. And then I've got my potatoes, carrots, and wheat down here on the main floor. And yeah, I haven't done any farms since then, but I really feel the need to do at least a mob farm. So I'll probably make a mob dropper a little bit higher up in the sky so that we don't not affected by the caves as much. And have a way to get rotten flesh. Haven't seen too many bones pop up in the vaulter yet. You know what? Come here, you little guy. I'm killing these guys because I want to stock up on some of these phantom membranes, because they do have some uses. Like we can craft elytra with them. So if I ever lose my elytra or I die on the nether somewhere far away, I can craft one up quickly to get back to my body. And they go with the dark utilities if I want to actually make a real mob farm. Make some of these. I guess none of these ones we really want, right? Yeah. But yeah, they're made for elytra. Used for making elytra, so I wanted to get a few of them, so I think I've got enough now. There, that's easy. I'll sleep now. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.